Today we're out here and we are talking about throwing crankbaits on Riprap. There's one. I know a lot of riprap, it all looks the same. It's kind of like trying to find a needle in a haystack sometimes. But there's three things that I use to help me find fish on riprap year round. Number one is the presence of any type of bait fish, shad, whatever it is, bluegill. It's hard to catch bass on riprap when there's no bait around. It's almost impossible. So that's the number one thing I look for. So I'm sitting in 12 feet right now, and you can see 12 feet. I'm throwing kind of at a 45 to the riprap right now. If I get right up against it, I feel like I'm going to be too shallow. I want to cover from 3 foot all the way to 10 foot. So I'm throwing the, like I said, a DT10 up there. Probably going down about 8 or 10 feet. It's a little shallower by this rock. I'm going to throw the throw the DT6. I'll give you one tip that saved me a lot of big fish. Retie often. Trust me on this one. Because that line, I've been fishing for 30 minutes and it's already pretty torn up. You want that bait down there bouncing off those rocks, and it's just shooting back and forth all over the place. I mean, it just looks like a wounded bait or a scared bait or whatnot. Got to be some fish around. I'm seeing a bunch of bait moving. Just got to get one to bite. Bird sitting on a rock right there. He knows what's up. If you're fishing riprap, that's what you want to see. You can see the bait, a few fish mixed in. If you're down riprap and there's nothing on there, usually there's not many fish around. There's one. Oh, there we go. Big one. Oh yeah. He was right on the bank. Nice fish. Look at this guy. And that's why I like fishing riprap in the morning. Little pods of bait around. The guy was shallow, looking to eat. All right, dude. Thank you. Second thing is I love when the wind is blowing on the riprap. I feel like it gets those fish fired up, and the fish are just so much more aggressive that they just bite, and they bite hard, which makes it a lot of fun. Where he was supposed to be. Big one. Don't come off. Oh, big one. Right on that point, right where she was supposed to be. Come on, baby. That's a strong fish. Come off. All right, look, one hook, one little hook in her. Whew. That's a hot fish right there. Wow. Look at all that bait. I don't even know if you can see it. Tons of bait right here on this point. This fish is exactly where she was supposed to be, right here on this riprap. I came here, the wind was blowing on the end of it. Perfect place for these fish to feed and to set up. It's not any more textbook than that right there. The third thing is I like to have deep water close. Sometimes you'll go up to a riprap wall and it'll be a 3-foot flat for 100 yards out, and that makes it real difficult for those bass to want to come up there and feed. You know, springtime maybe, but you know, in the warmer months and the cold months, you know, you're not going to see a lot of fish there. Cool thing is you can do this anywhere, any lake you go to. I mean, I fished so many lakes in the southeast, and I mean, there he is. He was sitting right on the bank. Wow, right on that corner. I'm talking inches of water. That fish, inches of water. Right there, right where he was supposed to be. Come here, buddy. Not a big one, but a decent one. Yes, here, buddy. This one. He was right on that corner, just waiting for something to come by. There's another one on the old Helsinki shad. Nice. Thanks, bud. Whoa, he's fired up. So for my setup, the key here is you don't want to get your bait hung up on the rocks. So how do you do that? Well, it's all about using the right equipment. I'm using a Rapala DT6 with 12-pound. This is actually monofilament. It's like a Berkley Trilene mono. I really like monofilament for crankbaits. A lot of guys use fluorocarbon, but I just really like that stretch. I feel like it helps a little bit. For the rod, I'm using a St. Croix Victory Series. This is a 7'2" heavy moderate, and I like that moderate action for those crankbaits. It helps prevent the lure from getting hung up, and it also will help that big fish stay pinned when they're jumping by the boat, or even when they hit it right next to the boat and you only have 4 or 5 foot of line out. So having that soft tip really helps. When I'm going a little deeper, I'm using a Rapala DT10. Those will run, you know, 8 to 12 feet depending on how long my cast is. Again, I'm using the Berkley Trilene 12-pound monofilament line, and this is a 7'10" heavy moderate. And I like the heavy moderate because it's got a good backbone, so I can cast these big crankbaits a long way. And also that, like I mentioned earlier, having that soft tip makes all the difference in the world. Nice one, big one. There we go. Sometimes going out just going out a little deeper will get that bite that you wouldn't normally get. And these guys I just talked to just fished all this with a worm. That's what I was talking about, going behind people and catching fish. Being pretty fat, but not bad.